Libra, welcome into your general monthly reading. We're going to talk about April 2025. First and foremost, I feel absolutely amazing in your energy, in this collective's energy, for it feels to be a month where you are vibrant. You're feeling a real focus and benefits stemming from you putting effort towards your health. I seem to feel better throughout this month than I felt recently. Good. It feels like your efforts are paying off in different ways, in different forms. And it seems like you're just really feeling confidence as well, and that's making a difference in regards to each and every aspect of your life at this time throughout this month period. But let's jump into the oracle from the Sacred Destiny Oracle deck. At the bottom of the deck, we have happiness. So don't be surprised when throughout April you find yourself quite happy and enjoying yourself more. There's a feeling of the recent past being positive for you for the most part, but then certain levels of frustration, annoyance, maybe a little bit of anger here and there for some, or just maybe moodiness coming to be. And so Spirit's saying this month really provides you with better energy, personally and otherwise. And let's jump into the four main pre-pulled oracles. We're beginning with, or continuing rather, with love. So I sense that you are truly loving on yourself and therefore setting the tone in regards to each and every connection, regardless of what kind, each and every situation, commitment in your life. And so you may as well find that Spirit's really pushing you to prioritize the potential of a new love-filled situation or two, if not multiple. There's a lot of fish in the sea is what I'm hearing. This could be in regards to who you're committed to or dating, stepping into this month. And they're saying money and career isn't everything, right? Solo time is important, and I feel this collective really, enjoys it, and I can relate, but it's not everything. It almost feels like you're being kind of nudged or pushed out by Spirit into more of a social, into the world, right? Into a more social state of being where, why would you spend all of your time alone when you have this great energy, this vibrancy? They're even saying when you choose to connect with people, get out there and live and, get out of your comfort zone and focus on love at certain points, it creates more happiness for you, and you deserve this, But they're also labeling you as a pure soul, somebody who has been through a lot and has gone through the dark soul kind of work and has, dug within is what I'm hearing. You have healed more than ever, especially for some in the recent past. And this has created this even, created even more of this pure, relatable kind of energy. Anyways, we're moving on to diligence. So don't be surprised when this is as well a very hard-working month for you, where you're diligent, you're getting down to business, you're taking control, taking the reins, the horns by the bull, or the bull by the horns is the saying. Let's reverse it. Sorry, that happens to me sometimes. But anyways, they're putting it in different ways. You're really hands-on. You're not dilly-dallying for the most part. You're not procrastinating. You're getting the job done and taking control once again, creating and developing like the master that you truly are, but they're labeling you as a boss, okay? Now, I'm not gonna lie, there are certain moments throughout the month where you feel a bit all over the place or a bit distracted. You might have a lot at hand where you have to multitask and prioritize, and you're doing this really efficiently, but then Spirit's saying reground yourself at certain points. It's going to help you to not be so all over the place or just scattered, or even more maybe scatterbrained in that moment. Does that make sense? But as well, there are certain points throughout April where if we look at this bird's eye view kind of imagery, they're saying take a step back and look at things from above, if you will, from a larger perspective, for this will bring you a sense of better awareness, where at times you're getting too lost in the details. You're just maybe going through the mundane routines at certain points. It's like riding a bike is kind of the energy, even if you haven't done something for a short period of time, it's still like you're hopping right back on that bike, and then you're just one pedal after the other, one rotation after the other is what I'm getting, cycle after the other. You're accomplishing and getting things done and things are happening for you, but taking a step back and looking at things from afar is going to benefit you greatly once again. All right, it's going to take you out of that just go 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 kind of do kind of way of being. Anyways, we're moving on to protection. I'm hearing remember to bring your water. Remember to bring your water with you, or buy some. Protection is coming through because you're really finding that in certain ways it becomes extremely obvious that you were just protected. You know, you feel this sense of a spiritual attack coming to be for some. Whether it actually has started to come to be or not, it could be a feeling that you were gaining spiritually otherwise, or it could be, you know, an intuitive feeling of some sort. It could be predictive in nature, but then you find that this doesn't actually come to be, or it stops very, very quickly after, you know, the attempt begins. Does that make sense? You may even find that your dream state is more than ever protected and utilized to your advantage, rather than being something that, you know, involves nightmares and difficulties and bad spiritual effects and stuff of this nature. And other randomness that just may feel like a burden. But you're also going to be feeling as if Spirit is forewarning you at certain points, and this is a form of protection, because there are certain things that, even if you're like myself, very intuitive, which I know you are, but I'm just saying, even if you're like myself, where you're very intuitive, your spirituality helps you greatly, and then you also are predictive in nature, I still don't sometimes foresee something coming for one if not multiple reasons. I still, for some reason, at certain points, don't fully get things. And they're saying there is more purpose at times in regards to this when it comes to it. But then there's certain points where Spirit's coming through and saying, if you make this choice, this is the negativity or the difficulty that you're going to be experiencing in the near future, okay? If you choose to continue with this, you're going to experience this, and that you may want to, or you should absolutely choose to avoid or prevent. Does this make sense? And so as well, on a completely different note, as they shift us towards a different set of, experiences is what I just heard, but messages. You're going to be feeling wiser than ever. You're going to be feeling this sense of knowledge intake almost at a rapid pace, where you may need to be writing things down, coming from Spirit, and otherwise you're just better understanding this and that. Your third eye is wide open, intuitive hits coming to be left and right. But it's the sense of, as well, ancient wisdom or just old knowledge of yours, maybe even past dreams and visions being, and even experiences from the past being unlocked. And so this is a time for you throughout April where this may be a little bit overwhelming. It may be even just so eye-opening where you're a bit stunned and maybe even impressed in regards to the fact that you're even able to digest this and that, hold on to this and that, or even remember this and that. It's because you're a very special, very unique soul. And your spirituality is absolutely playing into this. But we're moving on to the last of the oracle, freedom. And so don't be surprised when April ends up being a month where freedom for the future is on your mind, but you're experiencing levels of freedom and even creating this freedom at certain points throughout the month that feels enlightening, it feels fresh, it feels even more so needed, more than ever, all right? And I'm being drawn to a stop sign. They're saying stop in the midst of doing what you're doing and create this freedom. Whether you need to delay the accomplishing in the moment and then go for a walk, freshen your energy, clear your mind, get out into Mother Nature, get some sunshine for a lot. Or it's simply that you need to create this detachment for a hot second or for a period of time to be free of the heavy energy that was being experienced in that moment. Does that make sense? But as well, again, you're going to be thinking about freedom for the future and how to best go about creating that, or maybe wondering, when is this freedom in this specific form going to come to be for me along my path? But let's move on to some tarot. Wow, I'm really dehydrated. It's just so satisfying to be really good at what I do, and people are noticing this. They're not just noticing that you're really good at what you do, and this could be with more than one, thing, more than one aspect of your reality, but it's this feeling of people noticing that you know and you're aware of this, and that you're quite satisfied and fulfilled in regards to it. It's just something about your energy, the look on your face, your mannerisms even. Again, you're quite confident. What else do we have for Libra? Coming out as well, we have the Hanged Man, the Seven of Pentacles. Again, a hardworking, putting in the effort, hands-on approach kind of time for you. And the Eight of Cups. But Seven of Wands, it does feel like Spirit is saying you do have a lot coming towards you. Again, why it feels to be an ultra protected period for you, why it's more than ever necessary. But this also talking about you needing to protect your energy, protect your resources, make sure that you're not feeling too at risk while you may be thinking about taking one, if not multiple, key risks in the near future. There's something about certain people in your life going in different directions. Somebody else that you're close to or getting closer to is thinking about going in a different direction, and you may not even fully be aware of this while you're connecting with them, or you may come to this realization. But the Hanged Man, because it does feel like some sort of specific exercise or meditation is coming in handy for you, but I feel like you are needing to at certain points adjust your perspective when you're maybe focusing on a negative too much at work or at home or whatever the case may be. You're needing to remember the importance of growing pains. You're needing to remember that you are, again, this master, this boss of an individual type of soul, but you're not perfect. And so when Spirit comes through to maybe give you this little tweak, suggestion, or maybe, a demand, or just a push to adjust your perspective, your mindset, maybe your approach in that moment, just keep your mind wide open, all right? It may be a time where Spirit's saying, let's expand your mind. Let's, think about things differently in maybe a larger, grander way. You're maybe too boxed in the way that you view and think about things, including your future. You're maybe needing to just be, more expansive in different ways, But yeah, again, it just feels like, I just heard work. And so I feel like you are, again, putting in the work. And it just feels like, look at this. All right, some of you need to adjust your perspective in regards to a love-filled situation. Alrighty, it doesn't have to be a person or connection, but for some, that is what it's talking about. I'm also being drawn to a star on the side of a Jeep. You are being viewed at and perceived as a star. There's no doubt about that in my mind, as that just startled the hell out of me. But we're moving on to these four cards that came out, just started to kind of pair up with the four oracle on the board. Diligence and the Seven of Pentacles absolutely making sense to pair together, because it's like, as I'm being shown somebody with not an axe, a pick, is that what it's called? Just kind of going away at the ground, or a set of stones, rocks, whatever. It's literally that kind of energy for you for the most part. But the King of Pentacles and the Protection card, because it feels like Spirit's saying that they're, maybe a King of Pentacles kind of soul and energy looking after you in the spiritual realm, but it feels like you are being viewed at as this advanced soul, especially from the spiritual realms, and other people in your waking reality, but somebody who has this, again, confidence and keen eyesight is what I'm getting. I don't know why I heard that, but you are being viewed as somebody who, again, is special and talented, a star in the making, who needs this protection, while you, in a sense, are protecting and feeling the need to protect this and that of importance within your life that you're committed to, that holds importance for you. But to begin to wrap up your reading, the Freedom card pairing with the Eight of Cups, because you can't help but think about doing what's right for you, furthering your life, expanding your life, changing things up, and replacing this and that, or just starting this or that, taking leaps of faith into new experiences, maybe again a risk or two. but they're saying everything's happening exactly when it's meant to. You need to remember this. And you are where you are. I feel the need to remind you for so many different reasons, for such a sake of purpose. And there are certain transitions that you at this time, whether you realize it, remember this at times or not, you're being prepared for it, all right? For these transitions that lie ahead, for these changes, these switch ups, and for this ultimate grand lifestyle and success that you're meant for in different forms. And so Spirit's saying overall, to get ready to wrap up your reading, you're going to be happy throughout the month of April, and this is well deserved. This is going to be a very bright, a very love-filled, protection-filled, freedom-filled, hard-working time for you. All right? So that was an absolutely amazing Libran reading per usual. I hope these messages were truly helpful. I am sending you so much love and light. Do take care, Libra.